Jack. You're watching Lights Out TV.
This is Lights Out. I'm FAISAL Khan, and I'm here joined by Linus Udofia. We're in his lovely whip here. He's been kind enough to invite me in here and let me do an interview with him. First of all, Linus, how you doing, fella? You alright?
Yeah, very well. Very well. How's it going?
It's all good, man. It's lovely to finally meet you and finally get an interview going with you. Obviously, we know you take on Tey Lynn Jones on the 1st of December for the Southern Area title at York Hall in Bethnal Green.
Yeah.
First of all, how is training camp going and how's the preparation going for the fight?
Yeah, really good. Really good. I'm at a really good point now. You know, my weight is really good because after my last fight, you know, about 6 weeks ago, I never really, I got out of the gym for a week, you know, kind of took some time off and then came back in straight away, but I kept to my diet, you know. I really, I got my my nutritionist, I kind of kept to my diet and we've stuck to a really good diet. So right now, I'm actually quite ahead of where I want to be.
Yeah.
So I'm really happy right now. I feel good. I feel really great, and I've really got good sparring. I've already had some really good sparring, and I've got really good sparring coming up, and everything is just going really well right now. Everything is just like touch wood. Everything stays like this, but everything's going very well.
Would you say it's like the biggest fight of your career so far?
100%, 100%. This is the biggest. This is the most defining fight so far. You know, I've had fights that, you know, were going to show me where I need to be. My first TV fight, you know, things like that. You know, my first like big fights and stuff that were going to show me where I was going and where I was going to be. This is the first fight that shows what level I'm on. Do you know what I mean? This is the first fight. It's my first big major title. This is my first domestic title. Do you know what I mean? So this kind of will show what level I'm on. I can't just win the fight. I have to kind of do it comfortably and in style and kind of show I should be on that level. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because if I struggle to win it, I probably shouldn't be on that level. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
big fight
this
for a title on a good card as well. Age-wise, there's only a year gap between you and Tey Lynn Jones. You practically have had the same amount of fights. What sort of a fight do you expect from Tey Lynn Jones on December the 1st?
Well, he's a champion for a reason. I'm not writing him off in any way. I think that, you know what I mean, I'm hungry. I'm really hungry. I think he's on his way out. I think I'm just, right now, I think I'm just too good. I think I'm levels above him. That's, respectfully, I feel like I'm levels above him. I'm confident and I think I'm levels above him in the sense that I just am. That's how I feel. And I think he's going to come out though, and he's going to be on me. He's not going to just let his title go. Do you know what I mean? He won it, and that's the biggest acclamation of his career. He's not just going to come in and go, you know, he's not just going to come in and kneel down. He's going to flipping fight for it, but I'm going to win the fight. How
many fans can we expect you to take to Bethnal Green on the night?
I couldn't tell you as many as I can really. I'm just getting the tickets out, and they're selling like hotcakes. You know, I'm already sold out of ringside tickets. So do you know what I mean? I've got 6 weeks left, and they're just going. They're just shooting out. It's
been a good year for British boxing. We've had some cracking fights so far in 2018. We've had Warrington versus Selby. We had Woodstock versus Sharp the other night, which was a great fight. We had obviously Belly versus Hay 2, Cattrall against Mahara Davis. How important is it that this fight lives up to its expectations? Because we had a fight at the start of the year, Cody versus Chamberlain, that didn't quite deliver. But how important is it that this fight, you know, delivers its expectations?
Well, you know, it's very important because I've got to make a stamp on who I am. I can't just, like I said, I can't just win it in basically. I can't just win it basic. I have to do it emphatically, and I'm ready. I'm ready to do it. Do you know what I mean? I'm ready to do it. I feel like our styles are made for each other. I'm ready to do that. I'm ready. I'm gonna win the fight emphatically, and it's gonna be hands down one of the best, like, if it's been small hall fights you've ever seen.
I know you can't obviously look past Tey Lynn Jones, but if you can get the win on December the 1st, what can we expect to see from you in 2019?
Just, you know, more titles and, you know what I mean, more titles and just more fights. You know what I mean? I'm just looking right now, I'm getting my name out there, and you know, I just want to be more of a household name around here. And realistically, what I want is just really good fights in 2019, and just more titles, because once you get up there to like title level, you can't really just step down. You can't really just come out of it. You have to kind of stay up there. So, and me and my team, my management, my trainer, we all feel like we're ready for that. So just more fights, more titles.
Yeah, I mean, we've obviously got yourself, K Prosper, fighting from Luton. It's been a while since we've had someone follow the same footsteps as Billy Schwer did, which was obviously quite a while back. Firstly, how proud are you to be representing Luton, and how important is it for you that you deliver a good successful career fighting as a Luton fighter?
Well, you know, Luton's my town. Luton's where I live. Luton's where I'm from. So it's really, you know what I mean, it's really mad to, like, you know, have so much support of people I've never even met before from Luton, and they're, you're wearing, they're like, you're wearing your colours, you're really doing us proud, you're killing it, you know what I mean, you're really doing well. So it makes me, it's that extra push, it's that other man in the ring with me, you know what I mean, just having my whole town behind me, you know what I mean? And it's really great, you know what I mean. I've got the football team, they're always just on the internet about me, they're always doing stuff, the papers are always on about me, so I'm really humbled, you know what I mean, that they're just, everyone's behind me, you know what I mean, and not just kind of like, yeah, who's that guy, do you know what I mean. I'm really happy that everyone's kind of behind me, everyone's just getting behind me for it.
Obviously, you've got Jason Wellborn, who holds the British middleweight title after defeating Tommy Langford. Is a fight with Wellborn or even a fight with Tommy Langford something you might be interested in, say, late 2019?
100%, you know what I mean, like, you know, like, I'm on the, after this fight, you know, assuming that everything goes well, I'm on the hunt for belts, really. I'm just trying to get as many belts as I can to build up my resume, build up my career, and just kind of get as much as I can, you know. So whoever's got it, it's not necessarily those exact people, but whoever's got those belts, whoever I have to fight, I will fight to get to those, to get to where I want to get to.
Excellent. You currently work with Steve Goodwin and Goodwin Promotions. Firstly, how happy are you to be with Goodwin Promotions, and how far do you think Goodwin Promotions has come in the last 5 years since they started going? Oh, massively.
It's, you know, like, from just, you know, signing, like, you know, with Goodwin Promotions, they've done really well for me. They've really, in the years I've been with them, they've really worked me to a great position. They've just managed me perfectly, in my opinion. They've done a really good job. That's what I feel anyway with me, and they've really come along. You know, they've got big names like Frank Buglioni and Derek Chisora signed with them. So, you know, they're from when they started 5 years ago, they're massive right now, in my opinion. You know, I mean, they're working alongside Frank Warren, they're working alongside, and Nicola Adams as well. They've got Nicola Adams. They're working alongside Frank Warren, they're working alongside Matchroom and Haymaker. So, you know what I mean, they're really doing well, in my opinion.
I just want to get your thoughts on another British middleweight, Billy Joe Saunders. Failed a drugs test, denied a boxing license by the Massachusetts State's Athletic Commission, and has now relinquished his WBO middleweight title. The fight against Demetrius Andrade is not happening now. What's your take on this whole episode of Billy Joe Saunders, and where do you think he goes from here?
I'm not really sure. I can't really comment on another man's situation like that. I don't know the ins and outs of it. I'm not really sure about his whole situation. You know, I think, in my opinion, realistically, if I say anything about it, I think he's just had really ill luck, in my opinion. And, you know, I guess it happens. I hope he's young, so he can bounce back. Maybe, I don't know, he can bounce back depending on how he's now pushed out to the media, you know, how he now handles himself and how he goes on from here. He can bounce back, in my opinion. Where he goes from here, I guess, if his management and promotional team can engineer him a shot against, you know, one of the holders at middleweight, Canelo or something, I don't know, something. If they can get him something, he can bounce back. But it's getting him in that position after this now. He's bouncing back after this situation. I'm not sure how he can do it.
It's disappointing to see when you look at him. He had such a good 2018, beating William Monroe Jr. and then schooling David Lemieux like he did. And then he's just not been around since. Do you think where he is right now, obviously he was the WBO middleweight champion, do you think he should be fighting the likes of Golovkin and Canelo and Andrade right now, especially with the fights he's had over the last couple of years and how well he's boxed in his previous fights?
Yeah, 100% he should be fighting them, but then again, you don't know, you can't. Yeah, you should be, but it's getting, you know what I mean, if the fight doesn't make financial sense to, let's say, a Canelo, he could have fought Golovkin or he could have fought someone else. Do you know what I mean? Like, if it doesn't make financial sense to them, they won't fight him. You know what I mean? Like, things like that. So I don't really know how that is. I don't know what the crack is with those negotiations and how it works. But those, you know what I mean? I think he's in a perfect prime to beat all those fighters. I think he does beat all those fighters. I think that's how good a boxer he is.
Did you say he's the best middleweight in the world?
He's definitely top 3.
Yeah.
In my opinion. But, you know what I mean? It's very hard for him to be up there now. Now he's lost the one negotiating asset he had, which was that belt.
What would you make of the result? Well, the decision Canelo Golovkin a couple of weeks ago. Obviously, it's your division that you're in, so you must focus on the middleweights, especially at the top end of the table. What did you make of the decision, Canelo getting the victory over Golovkin? Do you think it's the right decision, or do you think Golovkin may have just edged it in the end?
I thought Golovkin edged it, to be honest, and by like literally by like a round or two, literally like 1 or 2 rounds, 3 at most. But again, it's what it is. I'm not gonna call and say robbery, because a robbery would infer that it was such a wide decision. You know what I mean? Like Golovkin was winning by miles, because he wasn't winning by miles. I think he was winning barely, like just winning. Yeah, I don't think it was a robbery, but I think Golovkin should have won. I don't think it was a robbery though. It was an argument for both sides. There was an argument for both sides, so it's one of those decisions where, depending on who was watching it, you know what I mean, there's a lot of... I think Golovkin won it, but it is what it is. It just means that it's very hard for Golovkin to bounce back, because he's old. He's like 36 now. He's an old man in this sport. He's 36 and he has no belts now. It's very hard for him to negotiate for anything. He now automatically becomes like some kind of gatekeeper where everyone fights him to now go for a fight for a world title.
Right. Well, anything else you'd like to add towards the end of the interview? Anyone you want to shout out?
I'd like to shout out the local companies, Seawood and Sons, All Time Removals, D&I Butchers, and all my other sponsors, New Body Supplements, at JFB Sports and JFB Boxing, and ARS Roofing Solutions, and also a massive shout out to BoxFit for sorting out my kit, and Fresco Box for sorting out my meal preps, and also just Luton Town Football Club for just being behind me in my last few fights. It's just really been massive for me. Them kind of putting me under their kind of radar, and just it gives me more exposure to all the hometown fans and things like that. It just gives me more exposure, and they didn't really have to do that, and they have. So I really thank you for that.
No problem. If you just one more, if you had to send a message to Tey Lynn Jones, what would it be?
Be ready, I fucking will be.
Alright, listen, Linus, thank you very much for talking to us and giving us the opportunity today. Good luck for December 1st, and we hope to catch up with you sometime soon, maybe after the fight.
Yeah, of course.
Top man. Thank you for talking to Lights Out.
Thank you.